They be mad when I 10. Say ya, that's what the pay like. Call me Bobby cause that's what I slay like. These bitches, I sun them like it's daylight. These niggas wanna know what it tastes like. What it tastes like, yo, what it tastes like, yo. They wanna know what it tastes like, yo. All this ice, it just tastes like snow. Get kimonos and let's fly to Tokyo. Pretty, pretty, please, baby, won't you pop this for me?
I street like, show me some ass, I want to see something, babe. Find me a hoe and I freak on her. I ain't her boyfriend right now, she my freak for the day. I got a show to come lean on it, even when summer right there and it's hot outside. I take the beat and I ski on it. We on the Casamigos, I got 3 of them. They want me fuck them all night, want me pee on them, no. Ain't finna have me on TMZ talking about trafficking. I got the ARP, I get the slapping and showing you bitch ass niggas what's happening. Fuck did you think? I tell the waitress and clubs, I'ma open my bottle myself, so don't fuck with my drink. Pull up in the club in a Rolls Royce, car full of bad bitches bumping some drink. Nigga, comfortable in here, it's me in the fully. Fuck with me, I'ma get jiggy. I see that she fuck with that, she don't think I seen the look. No, she won't give me that kitty. When they put the pressure on you niggas, run away. You know me, I'm still in the city. I just hit the grocery store, we got some groceries today. Went home and made me some chicken. These little niggas hoes. You see when you look in their eyes, I cook when these niggas like fries. Wanna be known? Wanna go get you some streams? I cook when you niggas on live. Came up with lies, I call them Pinocchio back on their ass. Like, uh-oh, no you don't, I'm in the fast for smoking them. Get nasty, gave me some dope to go put on our fast. Like I'm running late, back on that bullshit, ready to demonstrate. Get on your ass and go get some steak. I'm on some other shit, want some more real estate. I got
You know I'm going in straight out the gate. Got lost for a minute, but I found my way. Now I'm back on my path again, and I'm about to get it cracking like a tree that's about to break. I came out of nowhere, pretty much out thin air. Wasn't anywhere to be found. Look, now he's there. I'm about to take everything. Better get the shit up, bitch. I'm sticking you up like alfalfa's hair. Southbound, giving out a sound that's rare. When I pick up the mic, it's going down like stairs. I'm making so many moves, been stepping so much. When I'm done, they gon' have to get the ground repaired. They gather round and stare when they hear me spit, cause my shit's so bitchin'. Call me Karen. Dudes wanna beef, but I ain't got time, cause I'm working around the clock like a watch repairman. Putting in work like Lizzo Chef. When I die, they gon' say that he did it to death. I'm doing infinite reps, but I ain't dripping in sweat, because I got more drive than a limo stretch. I'm about to bust, about to make a big old mess. I'm gonna give you the most, you'll never get no less. It's my turn now, I'm about to apply pressure. I'm like Derek Chauvin, how I get on next, so kneel down. Had to get my feet on the ground like a blind man. I just had to feel around. I had to dip my toes and nigga pose myself and get my cardio up so I can steal the crown. So point him out, someone tell me where he's at. Doesn't matter who's got it, I can guarantee that whoever bears the cap, that shit's coming right off the top of his head like Harry Mack. I ain't never rep a set, babe. I'm just trying to come up with a plan for me to get paid. Smoother than the fresh shave, cruising in the Lincoln on the interstate, listening to Ludo on cassette tape. Dudes want a template, thinking they can do it like me and that they come close, but they can't touch it like a sweat paint. Winning any bet made. Every time I'm on the microphone, you know it's gonna be a 10 like a decade. Chopping motherfuckers up like a chef's blade. Got them on the run like Diddy when the feds came. Y'all cats can't fuck with this because I got that dog in me like a pet crate. Trying to move quicker, so I'm trimming off the dead weight. Everybody loves you when they see you making headway. Coming out the woodwork, trying to get some, but you gotta cut them dickheads off like a sex change. Every time I spit, you can expect flames. You're gonna headbang as soon as you press play. Might as well bump my shit in a handicap parking spot, cause you're gonna walk away with a neck brace. Never slowing down, running at a set pace. Going full speed till I'm dead or my legs break. Yeah, I know that I was gone for a minute, but I'm about to give you more every month like the rent raised.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Hustler and Muscular in the building. I want to wish everybody out there a happy, glorious Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had a good time spending time with your family, spending time with your friends. That is, if you went out there and did that. So, yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Hope you had a wonderful time this year. Anyways, for those of y'all that's listening, this is the information to my Cash App, which is also pinned to the top of the stream. Feel free to donate if you would be so kind. I know this is late night and a bit impromptu, but hey, I didn't have much going on tonight aside from having my own Thanksgiving dinner. I didn't have much going on tonight, so I thought I'd put on an open panel Thanksgiving show, if that's okay with my captivating audience. Yes. Like I said, happy Thanksgiving to all watching out there. Salute to all of you. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, here's the information to my Cash App. And there's the information to my Instagram. Feel free to hit me up on Instagram. Follow me there, and I'll gladly keep you guys posted for any upcoming shows. All right. Let me put this message out here real quick before we continue.
Like, comment, and subscribe because it's just what the doctor prescribed.
Oh, and by the way, if I ever start borking at any point during the stream because of some connection issues, feel free to let me know in the comments section. Because I don't want a repeat of that bullshit. It's hard to put on a live stream when your audience can barely hear what the hell you're saying because you're constantly going in and out. So if I'm borking during any point of this stream, feel free to let me know, and I'll do whatever I have to do to get this shit, to get this shit fixed. So put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 2 if you can't hear me. Let me know what's going on out there. And my God, is it cold out there tonight? Yep, that time of the year, folks. Hope you got your Timberland boots, and for you ladies, your go-go boots or whatever the fuck y'all wear during the winter season, because it's gonna get cold. Gonna be in 30s for the next couple days, going to the weekend. So hope y'all prepared for that. I know I am. But then again, I have yet to break out all of my winter clothes, but that's coming soon enough. Anyways, for those of y'all listening out there, I just got one simple question.
The question is, are you ready?
And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, let's get ready to rumble. This is a Thanksgiving open panel, so anybody want to come up, feel free to hit that link. Tell me what's on your mind. You got time to chop it up with your boy. Let me know what's on your mind. Open. I don't have a topic of discussion this time, but don't worry. Next time I will have some topics to talk about. In fact, I already got my next topic in mind. listening, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, a 2 if I'm Borgin. And like I said, I hope everybody out there had a joyous Thanksgiving holiday. I mean, I know Thanksgiving, I know the holidays are not what, they don't feel the same anymore because, you know, maybe because we're older now, you know, we're not kids anymore. We're not kids in high school anymore. For shit, we don't celebrate them like we used to. Because I remember there was a time where these holidays I used to look forward to. I mean, I still do, but not in the same sense of when I was younger. So yeah. Excuse me. But anyways, what did y'all do for Thanksgiving? Hopefully you didn't have to spend it alone. I mean, even if you did, hopefully you made the best of it. Because let's face it, we're getting older now, so I guess celebrating the holidays is not what it used to be back when we were younger. But it is what it is. I guess sometimes things are what you make them out to be. Make the best of what you have right in front of you. But anyways, that's what today's live stream is. Just an open panel discussion. And I even got some posts, some silly Facebook posts I would like to do a reaction to. And it'll be nice to get some opinions on these things from other people as well. And these pictures are quite hilarious, if you ask me. Okay, hold on a second. All right. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, as I said earlier. All right, let me get into my first one. Let me get into my first post. Okay, if y'all can read that, hopefully y'all can read that. If you're using a big ass laptop, salute to you. You're losing your phone, you have to blow it up on your end so you can read this shit loud and see read this shit. Okay, this one says, "Listen up, man. When you succeed, the valueless women will chase you." There's some truth to that. You're on the grind, working tirelessly to build yourself up, become a more valuable man. You're leveling up your net worth, your connections, and your influence. Every day you're fighting battles. You're fighting battles to carve out your space in the world. While you're doing this, let me tell you what happens on the other side of the street. Do tell what happens on the other side of the street, please. And that's a good point right there. Yeah, valueless women, aka women who have no value to you outside of sex, will come after you once you get yourself together. On the other side of the street, there are women out there wasting their youth, moving from bed to bed, racking up bodies with men who have no ambition, no discipline, no sense of responsibility. They're indulging in chaos in the streets, letting themselves be passed around by men who can't even keep their pants on, accumulating a history of mistakes they'll later try to sweep under the rug. Yep, that's true. Waste the best years of your life doing all sorts of fuckery, and then when you pass your prime, aka hit the wall for real, now you want to go out there and find yourself a good man. Talk about that a lot on these panels. We talk about that shit a lot, and it's very common. It happens. But yeah, but since women want to be free and do whatever the fuck they want to do, we gave it to them. It's not our place to tell y'all what to do. So it is what it is, I guess. And by the way, anybody listening, the link is right there. Just an open panel, Thanksgiving open panel. So yeah, come on up here. Let's chop it up. All right, until then, I'm gonna get back into this article. It say, fast forward 10 to 15 years later, you're now powerful, connected, and wealthy. You've built a life worth admiring. You've made sacrifices, stayed disciplined, avoided distractions. Now it's time to settle down to find a woman who complements the life you worked so hard to create. Guess who has their eyes on you? That's right, the same women who spent their prime years on the streets. Yep, that's a true fact. That is a true fact. Now, this is kind of where I disagree when it comes to that red pill talking point of focus on yourself, be the best version of yourself, and women will come. I kind of disagree with that narrative because, first of all, women are not guaranteed to just come your direction simply because you got your life in order. What if you're not her type, or she's not your? What if you're not her type, or she's not your type? You got to consider those aspects too. And women don't just come just like that, like follow, like chase after. Some of them don't. Most women just don't do that. And second of all, kind of like what this article is insinuating, the women that do come your way are usually females who are just looking for a come up. Like, again, they wasted their prime years fucking around with this man, fucking around with that man. They didn't care about relationship. They wanted to wait till they were older before getting into a relationship with somebody. Now they're no longer in their prime. Now they want to start taking relationships seriously. So they're going to go straight to this man of value, knowing that they could have got that man a long time ago. Knowing they could have just got with that man a long time ago. So that's why I disagree with the whole red pill talking point of getting yourself together first and women will come. Yeah, they'll come for your money. After all, these are women who wasted their best years of their lives doing whatever. Now that they're hitting the wall, as we call it here in America, now they want to come for you. Now they want to come for you. Oh, what's good, Trey Ferg, aka Coach Ferg? Good to see you. He said women will come for money once they see your weakness. Exactly, that's a good point. If money, wealth, and power are your weaknesses, best believe women will come for you. That's a good point right there. If having things is your weakness, then they will come make a fool out of you. Trust me, I've had that problem before too, where I used to think money, wealth, and status was everything. Without it, you're nobody. Because nobody's going to pay attention to you. I used to think like that at one point, so no, you ain't lying, Trey Ferg. But thankfully, I had the discipline not to give in to such a ridiculous mindset because I know the price I may have to pay for thinking like that and acting like that. He said the problem is why are they looking at them when why are they looking at them when you build? Why are you looking at them when you build? What do you mean? Why am I looking at them while I'm building, or why are you looking at them when you build? Well, honestly, I don't think you should be looking at them. You should be focusing on getting yourself together. Honestly, in my opinion. That's the way I look at that. You shouldn't really be looking at them. But the thing is, they will come for you after you get your life in order. And that's the thing. It's like nobody believes in building anymore. And let me know if I'm bored. And if y'all could hear me, put a 1 in the chat. If not, put a 2. That'd be much appreciated. Okay, what else does this article say? It's kind of small on my side. I'm on my phone, but maybe y'all can read it better than I can. Okay, the next part says, now they're in their 30s with a trail of bad decisions behind them. Many have body counts that will make you sick, tattoos and piercings marking their guided paths, and wombs damaged from multiple terminated pregnancies. Yeah, well, we can't use the other word on YouTube, so I get it. And yet, despite their records, they feel entitled to a man like you. Why? Because they see your success and think they deserve a piece of it. True that. All facts. They think they're your spec simply because they decided it's time to settle down. Yeah, they want to settle down with a good man after he gets his life in order, after he finally rises up and, does good for himself. I mean, whatever happened to women and men working together? Say what you will about how times were back in the old days, the 50s and the 40s and the 50s, but at least back then, men and women were more willing to work together as opposed to just, yeah, back then, men and women were more willing to work together with each other as opposed to just let the man do all the work and then go come look for him later. Because you're really not putting yourself in a good position to be chosen. Seriously, why should I choose you knowing damn well you wasn't there for me when I was struggling? You wasn't there for me when it's like, well, you climb your mountain, I'm gonna climb out, let's meet at the top, or meet me at the finish line. Why the fuck would I go for that shit? Seriously. If you weren't there for me through the struggle, why should I allow you into my life when the struggle is over with? That's something you gotta think about. Okay, it says, these women aren't smart. Don't underestimate them. They know how to act, how to manipulate. I'm sorry. These women are smart. Don't underestimate them. They know how to act, how to manipulate, and how to present themselves as a perfect wife material. They play the role of a loving, supportive, innocent partner to fool you into falling for the game. They'll act like they've left the past behind, but trust me, the baggage is still there. It's waiting to destroy everything you've built once you let them in. Yep. And that's kind of why I'm torn on that whole let the past be the past. Don't judge a female or male by their past. His or her past. That's why I'm kind of torn on that. Because if you got a dark and gritty past, that's going to lead to a dark and gritty future. First of all, and second of all, for people who have something to lose, they may not want to take that chance. And you was fucking around doing everything God said not to do for a decade plus of your life, and I spent that same amount of time getting my life in order. Why would I want to let you in it? It'd be like letting Satan himself come into my world. Why would I allow that, knowing I got something to lose? That's something ladies don't think about often. Oftentimes, they don't think about that kind of stuff. They think that a man just supposed to let them come in because, well, it's time for me to settle down. I'm getting old now. Well, honey, you should have thought about that shit while you were fucking around in these streets. And those men you were fucking around with, some of them, if not all of them, know the game. And they know just to deal with you accordingly and not move in that direction. Okay. It goes on to say, men, be careful. You're likely inexperienced with this type of manipulation because you've been focusing on your grind. Yeah, you spent all your life going to school, educating yourself, and focusing on yourself, but you may not see this coming from a mile away. That's why I think it's important for men to learn this stuff while they're building themselves up, because you're not going to be wise to all the manipulation game. You may think it's just common sense. But let me tell you, some of the games women play nowadays, for as long as I can remember anyway, they're so damn good at it, you really can't tell the good from the bad anymore. You really can't tell at first sight. Then you got the men, you got people who are just lame fools and ignore the red flag because they're just desperate for companionship. I've seen that before on women and men's part. Ignore red flags because you want this person so damn badly. Yeah. You have been exposed to the streets and the games these women play. They know you're naive in this area and they'll exploit that. Yep, that's what they'll do. They see you're not for the streets. They know that they know you don't have that knowledge, that street knowledge. So they're definitely going to take advantage of that. That's probably why a lot of these fucking athletes, whether it be football players and basketball players, get sucked into this lifestyle by these 3 or 4 type women. Because a lot of them spent their time, well, actually some of them did kind of grow up in the hood, but they were never indulging in that hood lifestyle. These athletes, whether they're football players or basketball players, maybe some of them did grow in the hood, but I'm going to speculate that some of them did not indulge in hood-like behavior. They weren't out there running the streets, chasing around a bunch of hoes. They just focused on their game. That's all well and good, but when you're not wise to the games that women play, often you're gonna get played yourself. Now, granted, I don't know every man game that women play, but I know enough about them not to fall for the fuckery. Because, Sean, we've all been that guy at some point in our lives, believe me. Okay, this goes on to say, your spec isn't a woman who's been ran through, who's trying to rewrite. Your spec is the woman who's trying to be ran through, rewrite her history now that her looks and opportunities are fading. Your spec is the young, innocent, well-cultured woman who shares value, respects herself, and hasn't been corrupted by the streets. She's the one who will compliment your success, not leech off of or drag you down with her baggage. All facts. All facts. Believe that. That's all facts. All facts. Nothing but facts. That you, Trey Ferg? Trey Ferg.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, I got you now. How you doing, sir?
What's up, man?
Nothing much.
Yeah,
How was your happy Thanksgiving to you?
Same to you, man. Same to you. You have a good meal today?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, I didn't go nowhere for Thanksgiving this year, but it is what it is.
Anybody cook for you?
Yeah, my mom did.
Oh, okay.
Made a bunch of good stuff.
Salute to moms, man. Salute to mom.
Yep, salute to moms.
Yeah, my wife cooked the nice old spread for us. I just wanted me and her this year, so it's always beautiful.
It better be. Yep.
I saw you going down your doctrine that you was reading off.
Oh yeah. Well, what are your thoughts on that thing? I guess it was basically saying when you're a man on your purpose, on your ground, doing everything right, you're gonna have these undisciplined, loose 304s trying to capitalize on that success, even though they've been ran through, busted, and disgusted. Yep, that's basically what it was saying.
Yeah, I take it all in perspective. I work with a lot of young men and women from 6th grade to 66. And what I've always told them is similar to this even on both sides, because men don't understand what purpose is. Purpose has to be shown to you. It has to be, it's almost like it develops within the course of your life. If you're shown and taught certain values about being respectful as a person, as a man, respectful to men, respectful to women, disrespectful to people, places, and things. Like some places you go, you just give respect. So if you go into a church, you ain't go act like a fool. Well, that's the type of respect that you should be given that space. Or if you're at a funeral or something, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna just be cussing somebody out. But and you can understand that, then as you develop into your own individual as a man, going through your early breakups, your likes, your dislikes, figuring out what activities you like to do. Because I think as far as seeing a lot of young men where they start struggling at, if they don't have any discipline by the age 10 or 12, they don't understand what purpose is until it's like in their mid 30s or 40s, because they miss it in their early 20s. Because if you look at it, hustle, even over the last 30, 40 years, most of us are not being millionaires before age 30, 40 years old, 50 years old. We go get a job, we work.
Yeah, exactly.
But
we don't get that kind of financial stability until we're well into our 30s.
But what I'm saying is, you don't know your purpose either. You don't know your purpose, because if you knew your purpose, you will be able to take wherever you are.
Everybody got their own purpose.
But what I'm saying is, you don't know what we don't, because we look at purpose attached to money. Purpose ain't attached to money at all. That's not. Nothing has to do when it comes to purpose. That has nothing to do with money. Nothing at all. If you're chasing money, then you're gonna miss everything about your purpose. You have to chase the purpose. The purpose has to be, what is it about you that you can contribute to the world? Whether people ask for it or not, whether they criticize it or praise it, but it's something that you could give that brings everything that you desire into your life. To me,
It makes sense when you put it like that.
but that's my understanding, because as you travel around the world, meet other men, how can you barter? How can you negotiate? How can you break bread with those men?
Oh, okay.
Because I've always sort of separated it from the brothers and the sisters. I've been black. Some of my earliest criticisms came from black people that look like me. Some of my earliest racism came from people that look like me. You know how it is, man. Light skin, dark skin, tall. And it's not
Or
that,
mixed,
but
even mixed.
to me, I didn't look at it as a bad thing. It just taught me, like, if people that act like me and move like me and eat the same foods I eat can treat me sort of harshly, which they don't owe me. I don't need nobody to treat me nice and sweet, because my daddy was the motherfucker told me, nigga, fuck your feelings in the world. It's about how you respect people and move about being respectful. Cool. So I wasn't getting caught up in whether you like me or not. That's what motherfuckers, because it's still is millions of other people around the world that can like you. And you can't, I don't know, man. It's just, I was just a different type of moving young dude. My father was crazy dude. But your purpose comes with a sense of structure early, because you start thinking that, did you go to school when y'all used to sit and y'all used to ask the question, what is it that you want to be in life?
Yeah, we got asked that when we were younger. I remember.
Did you want to be a basketball player or football player?
Well, primarily basketball.
Did you play basketball every day?
Every day? No, every other day. Yeah, I was on. I was on the team in junior high. That counts as anything.
No, I don't. Did you play through high school and college?
I didn't think so.
Okay,
I
then.
tried out for high school. We didn't make it.
Okay, so that wasn't your purpose.
No, I guess not. I mean, did that continue playing the sport? Yeah, but was I ambitious about playing it for real? For real? At that point, no, not really. So I get it.
I'm saying that wasn't your purpose. That was a childhood dream.
We all got those. Well, had those.
That's what I'm saying. We all there at that space in life as a young kid. Like, man, I want to be. I'm going to be. But then, as you getting older and you coming through high school, you didn't play sports. Then you go to college, you didn't play sports. And that's just an example. Even if I say I want to be a doctor, but I'm doing nothing along the preparation line to make sure that I'm in the top grades, or at least be a smart ass, wild ass dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can be hanging out, we can be smoking weed, drinking and shit, but when you look at my report card, be like, damn, man, you make all A's. How you do it? Shit, I told you I want to be a doctor. And that's important. But see, that information comes from people that can teach me that. And if my parents are focused on what they want, they're not going to teach me stuff like that. My father always told me to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Get a job, go to the military. I'm like, man, I ain't doing none of that shit. I played sports like he did. I was good at sports, basketball and football. I couldn't make up my mind. You know what I'm saying? And my father, he was hanging out in the streets when I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying?
Hanging out in the streets.
I mean, he worked every day, but my father was a functioning alcoholic. So on Fridays and Saturdays, he would go get drunk every day, hanging out. I used to
Functional alcoholic. That's an oxymoron of the day.
No, he worked every day of the week. He worked 5 days a week. He had vacation time, had a good job, but he would drink on the weekend. Like, he gonna get it in. He be pissy drunk. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with this. You know what I'm saying? But he still taught me how to respect. He was big on respect. My father had the best handwriting of any motherfucker I ever seen in my life. That motherfucker right hand, he didn't write in cursive. He only wrote in cursive. And that shit was like the examples you see in the books. But he
only wrote in cursive? Well. You said only in cursive?
Yeah, he only wrote in cursive. That's what I'm saying. See, it's a different. It's just a difference. But today in this so-called modern era, we're the slowest motherfuckers walking the planet. Because to me, as a race of people, we should be running circles around most everybody else. We should be. We could be. And see, most people miss their purpose. Your purpose is the strongest if you can figure it out in your early 20s and don't waste your early 20s to your 40s on bullshit. See, if you chasing women between that time, you behind on your purpose. But if you chasing the money, what I mean by chasing the money is you preparing the skill sets needed to whether you're gonna do it with your hands, you're gonna do it with your brain, you're gonna do it with your physical body. That's it. And those skills will bring the money and the women and the type of women that you want. But see, if you focusing on the women, you ain't chasing no money. You the 8 ball. They gonna use you how you want. That's what I don't like when dudes get played and then they cry about that shit. You gotta understand how she show up for you. You gotta ask 1,000 questions today, like an interview. Every day we in the car, we talking about real life shit. And if I don't hear the answer I like, by the time we get to where I'm going, then I'm gonna take you on to the crib and I might not come back. See, dudes be trying, oh man, I gotta stay up on that. So you gotta be strong enough that once you hit it and you know you don't put your mark on it, and if it ain't aligned with what your purpose is, then you gotta be boss to walk away. See, you gotta be boss to walk away because you ain't gotta, they gonna give it to the ones they like anyway.
Yeah, that's true too. Trust me, been there, done that. I'd be a hypocrite if I told some 20-some-year-old don't be chasing women in college because I did the same thing in college, more or less anyway. I met women concretely on campus and for the most part off campus. So I'm not gonna say don't focus on it because I don't want you to go to school, get an education, get yourself in. Now you're 30, 35 years old trying to find a lover, knowing at that point you ain't gonna have the time or the patience like you did. Because come on, we're not at the ages we're at now, between your age range and my age range, we don't have the time or the patience to try to meet women like we did when we were younger. Going out to the mall, going out to the bars and stuff. We don't do that as much as we did. So best to use your younger years to find somebody special and find someone to shackle with. Don't wait till you're older. That goes for women and for men, honestly.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. It ain't even about shacking up with somebody or just finding somebody to be with. Those things can come at the same time, in a sense, because
But we live in a society where it seemed to me nobody wants to build anything anymore. It's like most women have this meet me at the finish line or meet me at the top mindset. So that's the hindrance right there.
Yeah, but see, that's what it is. See, we can talk for days about what it is. We know what it is. But for the people who ain't got to that space in life yet, see, that's the I think that's the key right there. Yeah, everybody, when they get to their mid 30s and 40s, they can look back and realize I done wasted a whole lot of time on some bullshit. Then you go from 40 to 50, like, man, where are all the good people at? See what I'm saying? But for the people who ain't got there yet, I think that's the greatest opportunity in that space, man, for real. Because I work with a lot of young people that I would say going back to 2000. Okay, so let me ask you this question. In 2003, how old were you?
I was either 18 or 19 years old, fresh out of high school. Just got out of high school in 2003. So yeah.
So
man, I'm old.
So you would have been one of my clients. I would have been coming to see you either at wherever you lived at or at your school if you was on some bullshit or if you was adopted.
Well, neither applied to me because I was in college first year. It's my first freshman year in college at that age back in 2003. Yep.
Yeah, and hustler. Now you knew people that was on that other shit.
I knew of them, but I didn't know them, thankfully.
Okay, so the ones that you knew of, I would have been working with them, right? And just think about it. So now we're gonna walk it from that time when you were coming out of high school, freshman in college, to the present. Since that time, a lot of people around your age, they're in the same mindset of I don't want nobody, I don't want to work with nobody. Somebody's gonna take advantage of my shit. Somebody go take it. The kids
Yep.
are fucked up. The world is fucked up. Don't nobody want to. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Been there, done that. Still going through it.
yeah,
So I understand.
but that's what I'm saying. What I think, and I'll say this to anybody. I would say 40 years old today. Now is the time to chase your money. Now is the time because between 40 and 50, 60, it's a whole different life. Your
Oh,
body,
yes, it is.
but your body ain't the same. You can't move like you want. You can't if you working a labor intensive job now, man. At 50, man, that shit catch up with you. Especially if you don't eat right, you still drink. See, a lot of brothers still drinking alcohol and smoke cigarettes. That shit catch up with you, man, in your late mid 40s and 50s. All that shit. Your blood pressure go up, your eyesight change, everything changed, man. I was a single guy for a while, man, and man, I thought I was in good shape. I took pride in, keeping my stomach down and keeping my little muscles up and shit, man. I turned 45, boy. I started wearing glasses and shit. My eyes changed. Started getting cramps and shit in my muscles and thighs and shit in my back. And
So you were losing your sight too?
oh man, a lot of that shit changed, man. And if
Wow.
you drink, it increases a lot. See, a lot of us, we can. Alcohol is not good for us. It's too much sugar in it. It's too much
I
sugar
didn't
in
know
it.
alcohol even has sugar, honestly.
Yeah,
That's news to me.
you know what I'm saying? Got quite a bit. But, and women like to drink wine. That keeps a lot of weight on when they're drinking that wine and shit. Wine is high
Yeah,
and shit.
I know some females who drink wines. Some be on these pounds with me. I know in real life drink wine.
Yeah, and that
I
put
don't think
about
it's really as bad, but I hear it's stronger than regular liquor.
but see, either one of them are bad for us. But
So
again,
with alcoholic beverage, then no, it's not going to be healthy for you. If you're taking a
um,
small dosage, it won't do you too much damage, I guess.
no, no, if you like a casual drinker, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Yeah, you drinking every 2 weeks or something like that. But a lot of people drink every weekend, every other night. When they get off from
Oh
work.
no, that ain't me. That never was me.
A lot of people drink. They got to drink with their food. It's just a whole lot of. I'll say this, and when I say I'll say it's a whole lot of this slave diet that we've sort of indoctrinated into our life, and it's not healthy for us. It's not. Regardless, I listen to people talk all the time like, man, America, man, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. You complain about what? Because you can still always take advantage of what there is. Sometimes that's why I say you got to become a little selfish for yourself. But in your early 20s, a man must get away from home. He must get away from home. You can't stay around his
Yeah.
mom, sister, and friends. And a man on his purpose, I'll just connect it to that. A brother on his purpose, it's important that he gets away from home as early as possible.
I wish I could say the same for myself. I stayed with my mama all the way. I just moved out of her house what was it, over the summer of this year? Just moved out of there. But I wasn't relying on her like that. I wasn't a straight up mama's boy like I see some guys do. Mama's still washing your clothes and all this kind of stuff. And I wash my own damn clothes, wash my own dishes. Been doing that since, I don't know, middle school. My mom didn't play that mess with me. Mm-mm.
But see, you had an old school mama. Salute to moms.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
see,
she gets on my nerves, but that's just typical mother-son relationship. But yeah, she didn't play that bullshit with me.
well, I'm gonna put it back on you. You get on her damn nerves because your ass ain't never went nowhere.
Well, could be.
I'm just saying though, you can't say your mom get on your nerves. She a grown woman. She had your ass. You get on her.
Did your mama used to get on your nerves when you was younger?
No,
Well,
my mama get on my nerves, man. My mama stayed out of my way unless I was on some bullshit.
okay.
See, she got on me when my mama. She know her child. See, mamas know their children, especially if you a good guy. I can tell you're a good guy. You ain't really been on that bullshit. And that's why you
No.
like that. See what I'm saying? I can listen to people and tell how they was raised. See, your mama didn't make excuses for your bullshit. She held you accountable.
Exactly, and that's why I'm the way I am now. I hold myself accountable for my fuckery as well as any other person that's willing to listen.
Yes.
We both got that no nonsense. I don't take BS type mindsets. And yes, we do clash, but it is what it is.
That's because y'all both are the same. And now you a grown man and she's a older woman. So now your ideologies can be going in the same direction, but y'all going down two different roads. So when you on your road and she on her road, you like, but dang, mama been there, and that probably at the end, y'all probably come to the same end. Like, yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I did. But just in the conversation, it's your mom's, man. Shit. How many years older is your mom than you? About 20?
Well, she in her early 70s now. I think she's 73.
See what I'm saying? Your mom, look, she's a OG. She's a OG. And you know what, 40s?
Yeah, I just turned 40 back in July.
Come on, man. Your mama's 30-some years older than you, man. You better sit down some goddamn word. You lucky she ain't.
Believe me, I've been doing. That's what I do. That's exactly what I do.
You lucky she ain't hit you in your jaw in the last 5 years. Like, nigga, shut up.
She ain't hit me in well over 20 years.
No, but what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? See, now it's a great thing, man. For real, man. Salute to your moms, man. For real. That's all I got to say, man. For real.
She didn't play that mess with us, me and my peoples.
But that's what I'm saying, man. See, mothers of today don't hold the children accountable because the mothers understand that their behavior is out of whack. They understand that. Most women understand that. And you can just look at their children and see how their children struggle in school. They struggle with emotions, getting along with people and shit, because everything is unstable at home. Mama's getting her groove on.
Mm-hmm.
Mama going out looking for a baller, you know what I'm saying? Mama hustling, lying and stealing, and you know, sisters do whatever they gotta do sometimes. You know, but they still don't, and even with that, I think it'd be different. Just let the father just have opportunity to help the kids too. That's all you gotta do. Even if he ain't no shit nigga, just put the responsibility on him. Just put it on him. Let the kid find out. That might help the son or the daughter be better people. Because once you realize your parents is on bullshit, should nobody else affect you. But,
No, they don't. Mm-mm. And that's what irks me about this new generation. It's like, first of all, I'm noticing it's way too many. Is it just me, or is it way more single parent household, primarily single mother households out here nowadays compared to 2-parent households?
I mean, that is true, but that's been consistent for the last 30 years, man.
Yeah, but it was way less because when I was in school, I saw a mother and or a father, if not both, when it came to parent-teacher conference meetings. I barely saw a single. I barely knew a child that didn't have both parents in the household. Maybe some did, but I barely knew any of them. Now it's all I'm seeing these days.
Yeah,
for the last 20 years or so, it's all I'm seeing.
Because crack changed the game, brother. Crack changed the game in our streets, and it took effect in the early 2000s. When it just goes to all that, the gangster raps, all of that, the censoring of the music. They tried to, you know, we should have censored the music, you know, the drugs, because that crack game took mothers out the home. See, even like you said, it was a smaller number of single parents. It was sort of like 40-some% single parents and 50% of marriages. You know, it was real close in numbers, up and down. But then once crack really started taking effect, because think about it, 30 years ago, you was about 10 years old.
Yep. 10 years old in elementary school.
So you the first generation. And as you became a grown man and you started getting into, when you was able to go to the club, you saw a lot of devastation in the streets. You saw a lot of devastation.
Went to my first club at 18.
But you saw a lot, you know, since that time, man, a lot of brothers have been deleting each other.
Yeah, that ain't nothing new.
But what I'm saying, that's when it really took off in the early 90s like that. Brothers back
Okay.
when I was a teenager, you know, even in the gang situation, it wasn't a lot of people getting taken out. Oh, 200 and 300 a year, 400, 500 a year. That wasn't happening.
Mm-hmm.
See, it wasn't happening. You know, we could go to the parks and have a good time. It might be somebody had a beef and people had a beef. The worst thing that can happen, somebody hit them with a bat or something. You know, but
Yeah,
then
or to
that
get
dope,
jumped on outside the bar. But for as
yeah,
long as I can remember, people really well. You know this as well as I do. People don't fight fist to fist or feet to feet anymore. Now they want to pull out their little firearms and just go blasting everybody.
yeah, but that's a part of when that time started to switch. New Jack City, when New Jack City.
Classic movie.
But with that hit the airways, that let you know what was going to happen in America. Remember when they took him out in the middle of the street in broad daylight? They pulled up
Yeah, I
on him,
remember.
and then you see how people was getting using drugs. It's some people right now that are just recuperating from using drugs, and they got children, and their children was in foster care and molested and raped and all of that. Now, like you see a lot of dudes 35 and 40 that's now trying to be women. That makes no sense. That's
Trying to be women. What?
Man, come on, man. You know that community numbers have got.
Oh, well, I know about that. That ain't nothing new.
But what I'm saying, it wasn't like that back in the day. It
wasn't.
But see, that's
if you did go the other way, you kept that shit to yourself and didn't say it out loud. And people did find out, you were looked at some kind of way. Ever since Obama became president back in 2008, now they accept this for what it is. I don't judge anybody, but I can't support same-sex marriages or relationships. I just can't support it.
First of all, this let me say this. They was pushing that way before President Obama. See,
Yeah, but
I don't understand us. Listen, man, listen, anything on a national level that's going to be some buffoonery coming, just understand. Anytime there's going to be some BS coming on a national level, they always go put a black person in front of that shit. Don't ever get it twisted.
always go for the black person. But then again, I don't see no other race. I don't see no other race falling prey to this. So it makes sense.
What I'm saying is, that's the setup guy. That's the setup guy. You get him in office, now you pass these laws. Now, see, it was on him. But this was already something in play before him. Even Kamala, what was she running off of? The same agenda that the Democrats was running off of it. Keep the women eligible to have free body sex, because it's just body sex. Meaning you can have babies, you can get ABs, you can give it up, give your child up, you can have it. See the same behaviors that's created. And outside of the black community, we don't think outside of us half the time. Listen, the rest of the world don't accept the alphabet community like we think they do. You saw that clearly in the election. Most Hispanics are Catholic.
Oh yeah, I was told that.
But so we the fools. Again, 80% of men voted. As much men be talking, oh, Kamala Harris and this, all them men just went and voted.
Yeah, I didn't vote for either one of them, tell you the truth.
So what are we talking about here? This is when it comes.
I have no idea.
No, also what I'm saying, this is to me, just based off your doctrine. Yes. Only thing his doctrine say to me is, hey, young man, go focus on yourself. Get away from the same neighborhood that talk about you, or you feel that they talked about you. The same family members that put you down, the same daddy you say don't want to talk to you, the same mama that you still lying for and she's taking care of you. Everybody hates you. Get away from that shit. Focus on your skill set. Your skill set. What can you do with your hands? What can you bring to the world? When everything else is done, when you stop crying and you're going to get out into the world, what you just going to work a job? And I ain't talking about investing, and I ain't talking about, even with YouTube, like with this old setting up your background, you can do that shit to a T. That's money. That's money. That's the new technology. If you can work that shit and have your little overlays and your little, that's the new money in the technology. You got the topics, the subjects, you doing your thing. That's one nugget. But then Where's another nugget that you have in your tool belt? And where's it's like a portfolio that you're building. And some of it requires creating it with your mind and your hands and your heart. And that's where you find your purpose. You know,
Yeah.
I'm 56 years old, man. I'm proud, man. I done paid my debt. I done joined the military. I done went to college. I've been a baby daddy. I done did everything I needed to do.
Being a baby daddy.
I took care of my responsibilities. I couldn't run from it. I'm
Well, at
retired,
least you owned up to it.
but I had to. Who was I gonna blame it on? I couldn't blame it on shit. There wasn't nobody there when I was breathing all on the side of the woman's neck.
No, no one wasn't. That's on
My
you
mom,
and that woman you had the baby by.
my mom and daddy told me to do the right thing. Did I listen in those moments? No. Did I say no? But see, that's what people do to make excuses for the reason why they don't be on their purpose. You know, because as a man, every 4 years you should be looking to change something about you. From age 21, I say, man, I'm only talking 21 because at 18 you can't go inside the club unless you're lying. That's how it is.
Unless you lying.
Yeah, you
I
lying.
don't know, but
You're
you got
lying.
some 18 and up clubs. My first club was 18 and up, 18 through 20, whatever age, whatever.
Hey, 18 to 20. I'm talking about full-fledged alcohol.
Well, that's 21 and up clubs. Not
Exactly.
that's for alcohol. I'm just saying. That's the 21 and up clubs.
But see, when I speak of grown man, that's what I mean every time. By default, it's 21 and over. 18, you in college. 19, 20, you in college. 21, yeah. But at 21, and especially if you didn't go to college, you just go get out here and get a job. Now you 21. Can't nothing stop you from going anywhere in the world outside of dumbass decisions. That's it. You can go from here to California broke. Hold on, bro.
Go ahead. Take your time. Take your time. Yes, salute to Trey Fur. Thank you for stopping by. Take your time, my guy. Take your time.
Give me 20 seconds, bro. I'll be right back.
All right, sure thing. Take your time. Take your time. Until he gets back, I'm going to go over this next picture that I found. And this one here just really blew me. Man. Let me see it. Okay, for those of y'all that can see this, this one says, men are stronger than women physically, but in every aspect, women are by far the superior sex. Oh, fuck, here we go. Here we go, talking about women are the superior sex. I honestly don't think women are superior to men in every aspect. I never looked at women as being superior to men. Not like that, nuh-uh. Okay. It goes on to say, if you break a woman's heart 10 times, she'll find the strength to heal herself 10 times. Yeah, after she done cried, complained, talked about how much these niggas ain't shit, this man's a dog, yada, 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 even though she deliberately, they deliberately chose each other. Yeah, she'll get over it then. After all her girlfriends are there showing her sympathy and now holding her accountable for the fact that she chose this man, yeah, she'll get over it. That's where her strength comes from. The sisterhood giving her all this sympathy. Men don't get that sympathy. Okay, this one says, break a man's heart just once, he's damaged forever. Okay, some men are damaged forever when they get their heart broken. Some men are damaged, don't get me wrong, but is that the case for every man out there? This article sounds way like it's generalizing that, hell, this applies to all men and women. Man gets his heart broken, he's damaged forever. He'll actually want the same person. He'll actually won't be the same ever again, nor will he fully trust another woman. He won't trust another woman for a while, but he is not going to just shut him off completely. I struggled with that a couple of times.
That's all facts, bro.
What?
That whole paragraph.
So you think women handle breakups better than men do? She'll cry 10 times and still find strength to get over. Yeah, after the sisterhood, show her sympathy. Get all these little sympathy points.
No.
Men, as men, we don't get that.
No, it has nothing to do with the other women. It's just that person to person relationship. You seen it, man have cheated on women, she taking him back, blah blah blah, until she get
Yeah,
the
that
shit
happens.
bucket. But then a man realized that another man is clapping cheeks with his woman. He can't take that shit the same.
No, he can't.
Right.
Especially that's your best friend. I've
And then,
seen best friends sleep with each other's girlfriends. That shit hurts.
but first of all, that's on his fault, because if we best friends, then we know what each other doing. And if the girl is sleeping with my best friend, then everybody know what's going on. We best friends. What how you, what are y'all doing when y'all going to get together after I leave y'all? I know that we best friends, but it's just that one of them catch feelings, because most of the time I think they both go in thinking they gonna get it, and one of them just get mad that the other one's getting it better. That's all. Because if we best friends,
All
we
right.
know how we move. We talking about it.
Okay.
And then when
I'm
she
just
pull up on y'all together, who she hugging, you or him?
Probably him.
Okay, then that ain't your girl then. So how you gonna get mad? Not saying you, but how can a brother get mad? You see your girl hugging up on another nigga in your face in front of everybody. That's your girl? Come on, man.
No. She either belongs to him or worse, she belongs to the streets. Hopefully it's not the latter.
But again, if based off his paragraph, if he see her cheating, will he get over it? He gonna be heartbroken. And see, you go from heartbroken, then you go return angry. See, and once you get angry, it take a long time. Yes, you get over it, but like you said, it take at least 10, 15 years, because you see it on YouTube. Man, the women this and the women that. When it happened, man, about 10 years ago, when I was in high school, she dated my best friend. Now, that's puppy love. I'm talking about 21 when your ass can go to the club. And then you meet
Yeah.
a woman and she do that shit. See, that's when niggas get their heart broke. But, hey.
I don't know. I think it's worse than a puppy love state. At least when you're out of that state, it won't hurt nearly as much, because now you have I had the abundance mindset all throughout college, so maybe it didn't phase me as much. I can't claim a woman as my own if I never attempted to make her my woman. I'd let her do whatever, and I'm gonna do whatever. I just don't think some men have that mindset.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But again, the mindset comes with development. Having a man in your ear, somebody that loves you unconditionally, to tell you when, listen, you listen, man, I can see what's going on, man. That's not right for you. Get away from that. Or, man, don't do that dumbass shit. I know you, man, but don't do that dumbass shit. Somebody can talk you off the ledge. So when you come back to your senses, you realize, man, this bitch ain't even, excuse the language, but she ain't even worth
It's
it.
all good.
She moved.
On my channel, keep the swearing at a minimal. On my channel, just keep it at a minimal.
No, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? That's why I apologize, man. You just realize she ain't worth it, and you let her walk, let her go to the streets. And whenever somebody come and talk, man, what about your girl, man? That ain't my girl, man. She doing what she want. Keep it moving. Keep it player style. You cry in your pillow. You don't cry in the streets. That's OG style. My mama taught me that. You never let a motherfucker see you cry in the street. See somebody see you cry in the streets. You cry in your pillow. Then when you come outside, you stand up like what? I ain't mad.
Or just punch a punching bag a few times. You'll get over it.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot of ways to release the anger, but if you're confident and love yourself, if you love yourself first, then it is what it is. Because again, now I can get on my purpose. Going back to this letter, see, once I do that, I can get on my purpose. And now when I get up there, she gonna look at me different. She gonna try to circle back. And now when they circle back, I'm not even looking at you. See, that's the thing. Dudes be like, oh yeah, now she finally come. No, now she playing you like a sucker. And you play the game, and then you get your feelings hurt when you realize, oh, she was playing me. Yes, she didn't want you when you was at your youngest and your healthiest trying to get there. But if you focus on her, then you the simp. I'm not focusing on you no more. If if I was trying to hit on you right after high school, 21, 22, and you gave me no play, and now I'm like focused on what I gotta do, and I come back 10, 15 years later and I'm balling, I don't even see you like that. You call my name all you want. I'm gonna look at you, give you a nod, like, what's up? Like I ain't even, like you ain't that important no more. I got my eye on a whole new vision of women. I'm looking at a whole new type of woman. The woman that's on my plan, I kick rocks immediately because you'll win more like that. You'll have less stress like that. Everything listen, man, a lot of stuff I tell you, man, it just comes from personal experiences, man. And you ain't gotta have a lot of money. You just gotta know who you are. And when they show up, you see how they show up. Most of them show up about this size body. I ain't like wigs. I like natural hair like that. So as long as you got natural hair like that, it can be short hair. It can be shorter than Tony Braxton with the finger waves. As long as it was yours, I was cool. I don't like that hair anyway because that shit stink when it gets sweaty. That's why that
weed.
Yeah, that shit stink, man. That's why they don't never get it wet. It's like if they get it wet and keep drying, it should smell like that's why they don't. See, I can't date a woman that can't go swimming. She can't go. I don't date women like that. I don't date women like that. I can't date a woman that don't get a little rust on her elbow and shit like that. They don't have the same. It's like the pheromones don't match with my energy. And I just never forgot. I grew up in a house with 6 women, bro. So I knew exactly what I liked all my life. It didn't matter about the complexion. You know what I'm saying? But women have their preference. Like women, I'm light skinned. Women don't like light skinned niggas. Some of them don't. They have these different little nuances. Oh, light skinned dudes are pretty. Yeah, I'm handsome. Compared to other dudes, I'm handsome like a motherfucker. But I ain't prettier than no woman. But that was just me, man. I was just.
Yeah, that's true. Now let's see what else this article had to say. This says women can be single parents and do a great job of it. Most men will have a difficult doing it alone. Okay, stop the cap.
Now see this, this is where but see, here's the thing. These articles, man, I look beyond this article here, just what's written here. See, I'm seeing the image of a sister leaving a brother because that's what the brother got on, a typical little tank top t-shirt. Brother on his purpose, he ain't really dressing like that unless he's in the house. He ain't outside like that. It's a whole different style he on.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
but this article is written for white people because most white men don't do good with their kids. Most black men, when they got their kids be the shit.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I didn't notice it with the white, but I noticed it with the blacks. They say it's been said that single fathers are better parents than most single mothers. That's what I hear anyway. I mean, it makes sense because we instill discipline and order. Women are more nurturers. They're more nurturers and carers, so they can't do both.
That's not true. They not more nurturing and caring. That's not true. They're more.
Well,
listen, that's what it should be by default. That's the natural order of it. But
that's my point. Natural.
If the women were more nurturing and caring, would these younger folk have the emotional problems that they have? Would these young folk lacking in physical exercise? Would these young folk be lacking in social emotional? And they lack, man. They can, brothers reading at a very low level. Kids are struggling, man. Young girls are repeating the same. Young girls be dressing like this. Women,
I be saying that too. I'm like, is it just me? You got girls as young as middle school girls wearing stuff like that. I mean, seriously, I didn't start seeing that stuff until I was at least in high school. But I think we were more subtle with it.
But hustler,
they get out with it now.
But hustler, most young people that dress like this come from single mothers.
Exactly.
Fathers would never let their young daughter come outside looking like that. Never. If he's a guy that's according to this letter, that's on their purpose. See, a guy on his purpose, he don't even play about that shit. It ain't even a
Yeah.
discussion. The rest of see a guy on his purpose don't give a he don't care about what the rest of the society is doing. He don't care about what poor ninjas are doing. He's on his purpose. He's gonna be very disciplined in how he allows his name and his brand and his purpose to come out into the world. You can't be disrespectful, bro. So
Yeah, it makes sense. You could say the same for these young boys with their pants hanging off their butts.
a lot of
It's
those
disgusting
boys,
either way.
but see, a lot of those boys are not raised by a man on his purpose either,
Mm-mm.
or a mother on her purpose. Because remember, purpose goes both ways.
Yeah, it is. That's why it's good to have both parents who are on the same level and are raising their kids properly.
But hustler, you have an example of your own life. Your mother understood her purpose with you.
Exactly. Yep.
See,
She could be a good example for that.
yeah, see, she understood the purpose because again, that was a mother of a traditional lineage. See, the purpose was you making sure you weren't out here on some BS.
Mm-hmm.
See, your mama focused on you. You didn't see your mama with her cleavage out and her booty and her titty.
Hell no.
See what I'm saying?
No.
That's all. That's all, bro. She understood her
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah. But then again, you could say back then you rarely saw any mothers walking around looking like that. Fast forward to my generation, it started to happen more and more.
Yes. After the crack era took over, the crack era brought this bummy look, street walker look to the reality of our culture. It's there now. You ain't even got. You remember when you if you wanted to see a girl have with her booty and cheeks out, you had to go watch a video.
Yep, I remember them days well. That's the only time we saw that.
But now it ain't in the video. It's in your grocery stores.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the kids part. What are you talking about? It's everywhere. It's in the kids.
Yeah.
Breakfast. So this is where we are. But the trick bag is who's willing to be strong enough and stay on their purpose to avoid all of these pitfalls that we're in right now.
Yep, all facts, all facts. Okay, it goes on to say most men find it difficult to do it alone. You usually have to depend on their mother to help raise the kids. Men can never handle the same pain they give women. Yeah.
Now see, but again, a lot of this is chaos because most brothers, think about this, hustle, and you tell me if I'm wrong. Most brothers who have respect for moms, have respect for who they are, they wouldn't put a lot of burden on the mom. Mom would, you know what I'm saying? They would let them come through and they gonna be respectful to moms. They gonna do shit for moms. But it wouldn't be where your mama just gonna be the default babysitter. See, mom understands the game plan. Now, a lot of these women, they use mama as a babysitter when the kids are young. Then when the kids are old, they act like mama ain't never did shit for them.
Yeah, exactly. I would just get into that because I see that a lot with the younger women. They will leave the kids or child with their grandparents and then go out and do whatever they want to do. I was just about to get to that point.
So yeah, so it's just crazy. But yeah, man, we don't depend on the mother, but we incorporate our mothers because we know then our mother is going to show us things that we may not know as a father on how to deal with the women. See, that's the beauty of a mother who understands her purpose. See, because I learned how to work with children through my mother. She used to babysit. And the first time I saw her babies, well, that I can remember, it was somebody brought their kid over and kid used to this cry all the time. And the only thing my mother used to do was let the baby lay on the floor. Just put a blanket down, say, here, put the baby on the floor and let it just lay there. And the baby cried for about 30 minutes and then it stopped and never cried again. And so I was like, Mom, what you do that for? Well, that's how you teach a baby start to cry. But now you see people with kids, they just hold the little slow ass kids all day. You gotta take your kids swimming, all that shit. That knocks out the ADHD in your baby. Teach them how to swim in the bathtub. You have to do all of that. It's a lot of things you have to practice with their motor skills. How to whistle, how to skip, how to jump off one leg. All that shit plays within the psyche of a child, but everybody too cute to get outside.
Too cute to get outside.
Everybody too cute. Because everybody's sitting around smoking and drinking and cussing in front of the kids all day.
And being on social media, don't forget that. TikTok, Instagram, whatever they use these days.
Dummying down. That's all. Yeah. Ain't nobody, but see, that's what I'm saying. They playing it like a game, but ain't nobody building on it. That's the thing. It's a difference. See, this modern era has the greater technology. And you learn technology best when you're young. But if we're not giving our children that, STEM is the math and science is the way to go. It's the only way to go. But they try to teach literary skills. We've always had an interesting dialect amongst Black people. We've taken words and twisted them and made our own language of it. That's part of who we are. That's how versatile we are. But when it comes to creating the inner workings of it, that's where we struggle. Because we're the most innovative people on the planet, for real. We survive from nothing. And to see us in this state, calling ourselves modern, and we got the biggest spending, low in everything. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's true. All facts. Okay, it ends by saying the truth is that women can live without men, but men can't live without you women. Oh, y'all, come on.
Stop right there. Now, in a sense, that is true. But you can only look at let's just take men and women can't live without each other.
Exactly. Thank you.
And women, they in a sense, they can't live without us because they need us. Now, but see again, ain't nobody Black wrote this shit, but good.
Yeah. I was on another panel, and the host asked a woman, "Who if men and women were separate, who's gonna suffer more, men or women?" She said, "Men are gonna suffer because men need sex." While it's true that we men need sex, we don't need it to survive. Sex is just a temporary release.
Yes.
So how do we need that to survive? But women need men to build for them. They need them to fight for them, possibly. If some fix things around them. So shoot, how are they going to survive without us? I mean, we need women too, but not for the same reasons.
Exactly. And again, women like that with that type of mindset is the type of woman that when you hear them speak in that capacity, I don't care how fine you thought she was and whether you was going to shoot your shot at that point, you immediately cannot shoot your shot. Immediately.
Yeah.
You have to avoid.
Well, she wasn't cammed up or anything, so I didn't know what she looked like. I just know when I heard that, I'm like, I see where your man is. You want to feel like you're better than a man and you can do bad without a man, but we can't live without you. I can already see where your man is.
But brother, most women don't think past their hand. They only think as far as they can see. They don't think about the future. Like, see, they don't put it in. You know how you just came up with the scenarios they need us to build and all that. They don't think about if my roof blew off my house, who's gonna come and fix it? And then when he comes to fix it, right? Say we are separated and it's already set up that we separate, right? When a man comes over here to fix it, what is going to be my payment if I have no money? What is he?
You have no payment.
What is he gonna expect from me? I might have to give him something.
I don't know. I wouldn't know to tell you in that situation.
I can't keep her from taking it because he can overpower her. But see, women like that, that's just part of the mindset that they latch on.
Oh, if it's a woman. Okay, if it's a woman. Okay.
Yeah, if it's a woman. So if a woman's roof got blown off, she gonna need to call a man to come get the roof back up there. So they need us more than we need them. We know how to go out into the woods and build shelter. They don't.
Yeah.
And a woman's going to come to the strongest shelter, which is going to give you the most protection. And just like the Three Little Pigs, I always took that to heart. I want a brick house.
Yeah, a stick house ain't cutting it, a straw house ain't cutting it, but a brick house, yes.
See what I'm saying? I want my house to be the strongest, and I ain't got nothing to do with another pig, another man. I don't care how you build your hut over her. I'm sure
You
that
know, it took me damn near 2 decades to understand the moral of that whole story,
for
even though
real.
I saw it 1,000 times.
Yeah, I understand that shit the first 2 weeks after I learned it. Like, okay, yeah, you gotta have a
I get
strong.
the concept. The straw house wasn't working, the stick house wasn't working, but the brick house couldn't be torn down. Unless you, at least not through normal means.
And a man on his purpose, that's how he builds his castle, the one that's gonna stand the strongest.
It's 20.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't looking too deep into that when I was a child. I'm gonna say fast forward to my, I don't know, teenage year. Let's not look deep into that story and realize what it was about.
Yes. And see, that's what I'm saying. If you can find that out, it'll sort of give you some balance as you move forward, because a lot of brothers ain't getting the right information just to be a better person. See, they equate being a man with money. No, your manhood comes with your character, or your character comes with your manhood, however you want to put it, but they both have to be together.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, it says as a female, when you start to know this, you become more careful and selective of who you entertain or give your love to.
Okay, stop right
And
there.
as a man, you realize this, you appreciate your woman better. Okay.
But see, all that's cap too, because again, take the female out and put man right there. As a man, when you start to know this, you become more careful and selective who you entertain for the type of women that you are choosing or give your love and time and resources to. See,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
a man likes a woman, he's giving her time and resources automatically. He'll take you out to dinner, he'll get you tickets to the game, to the concert if he likes you. But how many men are willing to be more selective? And the selective part, and now it can't just be the body alone, it has to be brains with it. It has to be brains with it off the top. Unless you just looking to smash. So if you're looking to smash, you don't care about none of that shit. You just do what you gotta do. Make sure you don't have no babies out of wedlock and keep it moving.
Yep. And that's
So
how most men are moving. They've been doing that since I was young. Even in the 2000s, that people were doing that. I was more or less doing it in the early 2000s, but I was careful. That's why I'm 40 with no kids, which means no baby mama drama. So there you go.
yeah, and see now you stuck in a conundrum.
Conundrum.
You stuck in a conundrum. And the reason I say that is because now here you are in your 40s, you got your shit together, you done stayed on your purpose, you done took care of yourself. Now it's hard to find a woman that's on the same ideology.
Yeah, that's true. You ain't lying about that. Which kind of begs the question: is it harder for older women to find a man, or harder for us older men to find a good woman? 'Cause I think both struggle, but who has it harder?
It's about equal to me. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, because I'm gonna tell you, I met my current wife at 45. We just had our 11th year anniversary, right?
Hey, that's what's up.
Between that time, from I would say from 2000, I'll say from 97 into that time, I don't know how many, I can't tell you how many women I dated. Can't tell you how many women proposed to me, how many women flew me out.
Propose to you? They proposing to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, sure you had it like that.
Yeah. And listen, I wasn't the tallest guy. I grew to 5'9" in the 8th grade, and that's where I stayed at. I was 5'9" and 3/4 at my tallest. Since then, I done had back surgery, knee surgery, so I done lost a quarter of an inch. It's wild, man. I got degenerative spine disease, but you know, I'm normal. I just can't do the stuff I used to do in the military. But back when I was playing sports and stuff, but it was about the type of person that I was, the character. I didn't have to cuss a woman out to get what I wanted. I wasn't disrespectful. If I feel like I had to argue with a woman, I would just stop talking to her. If a woman, if a woman didn't want to cook, then I wouldn't date her at all.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as men, we shouldn't feel like a woman is supposed to cook for us just because we're dealing with her. Me personally, I don't want no female I'm not trying to have a relationship with cooking and cleaning for me anyway, because I feel like she's gonna guilt me into being with her, knowing that we're not gonna go down that route. So that hasn't happened before. I've had a woman, wash dishes for me, but I didn't ask her to do it. She did it on her own.
Oh yeah. But see, that's the type of woman that's willing to work with you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And see, cooking was important to me because I grew up in a house where my mama cooked all the time. And cooking it's a deal breaker if you don't want to do it at all. Because I need a Sunday cooked meal. Sunday meals, I need that. And listen, I ain't saying it's got to be every Sunday, but you know what I'm saying? You cook, I clean. I would, you know what I'm saying? I go get the groceries. I'm that type of dude. I get outside, but that's always been me though. All the manual shit, labor, fixing stuff. I just built myself a little walk-in closet. I just made myself a nice little bench. I'm good with my hands like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take care of that. You ain't gotta cut the grass. You ain't gotta do nothing. Sit out on the deck, on the porch, get the mail out of the mailbox. That's it. I'm gonna do all that. Get the garbage together, cut the grass, get up on the roof, paint, hammer, all that stuff. Fix the cars, whatever it takes. And that's me. I'm gonna play my role. But I need conversation, I need good sex, and I need a good meal. Other than that, here, you can handle this, you can handle that. Just give me my little allowance, my little money. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, but I need to know how much you got in your Easter egg basket and how much Halloween candy you got.
Yeah, you should do that stuff for yourself, not just for no woman. Because I've been hearing a lot about these new Gen Z kids are getting lazy and complacent, and I guess they're arguing it because there are no good women for them to choose from. I say do all this man stuff for yourself first, and not just to get no woman. I mean, still learn something with or without a woman by your side. Yeesh.
Yeah, but it goes back to what I was saying. If you're chasing women, then you're gonna be behind the 8 ball for 25 years. Then it's too late.
Yeah.
See, a lot of brothers trying to start out in their mid-30s. You can't do that. Even the women, they gave up their best years focusing on themselves, and now they're trying to get back. And see, brothers have been chasing them, and now they're like, man, fuck it. But you don't want to miss out on your golden nugget. See, it's some good women out there. It's just that they can't be too loud yet because they ain't got that man that's gonna protect them.
Yeah, but what's that old expression? Quiet mouths don't get fed. Well, if you're not loud enough, how can anyone see that you're out there?
But they're not gonna do it because a lot of dudes your age, y'all out there fighting and talking too loud. They not gonna show up. You gonna have to get close to them.
There's some truth to that.
You gotta separate from the ideology of every other man and find a woman that's good for your psyche. I don't listen to no dudes, but man, I ain't gonna, I respect y'all brothers, no disrespect, but brother 5-10 years younger than me, what can you teach me about life and partnership and growth? If you can't barter with me, then you can't even really teach me about money, because I don't need the money that you trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? But I can show you and give you some things that sort of help you get to the space and time when you get there. See, when you get 56, I'll be over your mama's age. You feel me?
Yep, I will. You will.
But so that's what I'm saying. So for you, you know what I'm saying, you already on the right path, but you're gonna have to make a decision because you're in a good space between now and 45, whether or not you want to be with the woman that can love and respect you and honor you, because they still there, but you might have to go to 40 and 35. You might have to go 10 years young.
10 years younger. Well, I don't man that.
That'll be perfect right there. I'm telling you, man. See, 10 years young, even right now, somebody 10 years young, man, she'll ride or die for you if you that man, if you that type of man.
Yeah.
You just let them know from
But
day one.
she'll be fertile enough to give me a child.
Yes, and let her know from day one, if you give any other man your attention, I'm gonna drop your ass like a bad habit.
Mm-hmm.
And let her know that shit every 4th of July. Listen, you ain't out there on that bullshit, are you? And pay attention to them. You know, they tell you who they are by their actions. I don't care what people say. I just look at actions, man. Especially when it comes to women, man. Only look at their actions. You know, they gonna say a whole lot of stuff when they mad, when they happy. They all over. They want to celebrate the birthdays and they want to do all that. I'm glad my wife, she ain't into all that. You know, that's cool because I ain't into all that. And you know, everything else, everything the speed that you want. You want somebody to be in the cruise lane with you. I'm telling you. But they out there. They just, you know, just few and far between because it's enough of those hyenas out there screaming loud enough.
Mm-hmm. And they're making it hard for the lionesses, as I like to call them.
Yes. And they making it hard for them. You're right. See, if you a lion, that lioness, she can sense your pheromones and she'll see you. See, that's the thing. She'll see you. You know.
I mean, I consider myself more of a tiger than a lion because, you know, tigers roam on their own. They're like the lone sigmas. That's why I consider myself a lone tiger.
Yes.
Or a lone wolf.
Lion. Yes. And that's what I'm saying. Yes. It's the thing, though. And think about it. Tigers got it worse than lions because the tiger population don't match the lion female population. You know, you might run up on one female who's already taken by another tiger.
Yep, been there, done that.
You know what I'm saying? And she'll fight you because she ain't gonna give you none. So she'll be like, "Get away from her, motherfucker." But that's how you want your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, motherfucker, come with you with that bullshit. You fight that motherfucker away from you. See?
Yep, that's the way it needs to be. I ain't trying to tell nobody wife anyway. That's why I don't interact with married women like that.
No, never do that, man. That block your blessings, man. Never do that. Yeah, it ain't even worth all that, man, for real.
It ain't. If I see a ring on that finger, I know to stay back.
Right.
You can keep conversations at a minimal.
I don't even speak. You know, I might say hello, but half the time they don't speak to me, so I keep it moving. I don't mess around, man.
I don't. It's a few married women at my job, but for some reason I find myself getting along with them more so than the single people, the seemingly single people.
Yeah. Because the single people understand that you hold yourself accountable. And a lot of single people who want to do what they want to do don't want to be held accountable. See, the married women know that. See, because they'll talk to you and, you know, and have open dialogue conversation because you ain't trying to, hey, what's your number? Let me holler at you, take you out. So you good, man. Shit. I would just find a woman don't nobody know and just bring them around like, yeah, I ain't looking at none of you motherfuckers. For real, looking at
Man, a woman that nobody knows, or at least nobody within her vicinity knows. No one within the vicinity knows.
Yeah, and that's it. And make sure they see you with her. So when next time they see you, they be like, "Oh, I ain't know you had a girlfriend. Yeah, she fine, ain't she? She all right." See, that's when you know you got them.
Yeah, I see how that goes.
Yeah, man. I just play the head games women play, man. I got sisters, man. I used to. Okay, is that how you play? Okay, you winning. I let them think they winning the whole time. You winning. You know, because when I got tired of talking to a female, I just ghost her ass. Like, man, get on. I'm stop talking to you. Real.
Yeah, and they get mad at us when we play their game. You get tired of me and ghost me. Okay, I'm gonna play your game. I'm gonna get tired of you and ghost you.
No, you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? They know. You give them signs because I always used to tell them. I used to let them know. Look, I don't play like that now. No, I don't go keep doing all that. You give me 2 or 3 times. Look, and it depends on how far I gotta go. I gotta go over 10 miles to get to you, man. All right, man. Stop talking to you altogether. And keep it moving, man. They'll be all right.
Yeah,
You know?
they will.
Because they playing that carousel game. When the woman ain't moving according to you, they playing the carousel game. You just one of the few.
Yeah, and playing that role may not be so bad as long as you play it properly. If you that dude that's doing too much for a female, you know, dealing with other men, you're doing too damn much. But if you're doing the minimal just to get access to her, then I guess that'll do. Because I've always been that guy. They gotta do the minimal just to get access to her sexually. Take her to a chain restaurant. Boom, she's interested in me. We're sexually invested. That's what I've always done. And besides, she ain't the only chick I'm dealing with, so it's a two-way street.
Yeah, but they know. I mean, women understand it. If they like you, they like you. You know, and that's the unique part. Especially when they're young. When they 30s, man, like I said, you know, again, goes back to what we were talking about earlier. A lot of times between 20 and 40, we just playing games with each other. You know, most of us just playing games. You and I both said it. You know what I'm saying? We just playing games. You know what I'm saying? But then when we get 40, when that age of wisdom kick in, we realize like I was on some bullshit. A lot of people don't accept it. They blame it on other people. You know, but
We are accept responsibility. We gotta accept responsibility for the things we do.
Yeah,
both of us.
Yeah, man, got to do it. But man, black men, we gonna get held accountable regardless of if it's us or not. You know, just the way it is. But I think the brothers that understand that, recognize that, and able to move past that, have a great opportunity to do great things. So that's what I like. That's the type of brother that I can connect to and cheerlead for. You know, because I've had to save a lot of brothers like that. I work with a lot of brothers, man. Maybe about 4,000 or 5,000 young brothers, 18 to 6th grade to 65 years old, man, with felonies and foster care and molestation and, you know, deletions in the family, a lot of that, man. Mother on drugs, father in the pen, mother in the pen. You know, a lot of that. And I just think once they get it, man, you know, ones that understand the true mission for themselves, man, they're able to do better, man. They're able to change their life, man. So I got a lot of good soldiers out there, man, doing what they got to do despite their situation, man. Responsible young men and women, man, doing great things, man. I love that shit, man.
Yeah, that's the way it needs to be. Okay, I got a video. I want you to take a look. I want to get your opinion on this. Let me know what you think of this. Fair use.
How could you explain to the younger generation why marriage is important and why it's something that they should look forward to and should hold in high regard?
The reason marriage is important is because it is in the nature of love to bind yourself to the one you really, really love. And that's what our culture does not understand. Our culture thinks that you use a person as long as they are expedient, as long as they make you feel good about yourself, as long as they give you thrills, then you're together. But if they lose their ability to turn you on, to give you a jolt of pleasure, then you ditch them and go get somebody else. And the problem is, although there are physical reasons why that is attractive, because we love the rush of pleasure, it leads to a loneliness and isolation. Instead, love is a commitment to stick with someone through thick and thin, through the good and the ugly. And what happens is then a deeper love grows as a result of that commitment.
Well, thoughts, comments, concerns?
I mean, a lot of what he said is true on a large scale. A lot of it is true. Again, there's always the cultural difference within that dynamic. Uh, what he said about how people react to it is on both sides. I can see, but it's the unique thing about it that it has to be sort of a one-on-one component of the relationship. The love that I have for my wife and the love my wife has for me has to be a one-on-one component. It can't be based off anybody else's ideology. It has to be based off our desires and understanding of each other and how we communicate through it. Because I believe she loves me by the things she do for me, by the things she do for us, by how she works for the whole family, not just for her benefit. And vice versa. Everything I'm gonna do for us. Am I gonna
Yeah.
make mistakes?
Me.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I make mistakes, but I still have her support there. And when she makes mistakes, I don't beat over the head like, oh, you messed up and did this and did that. No. I still have to, okay, have a discussion. That's how we gonna fix it. I can't spend life worrying about the problem, just try to fix it. So get it back, make it back whole again. But a lot of people have been focused on I see a lot of people moving their feelings, and that's one thing I never do. Move in my feelings. It's the one thing I learned earlier. I can't move amongst the other men in the world. If I'm at home, like I said, I can watch a movie and get teary eyed and shit and be all in my feelings. But when I go out into the cold weather of the world, I can't move in my feelings. I have to understand my reasoning and logic. So, it's just different, man. It's just different. I think it's what's always sort of protected me in a sense because I've been all over the country, been out of the country, and I never been threatened. I never had, people sort of try to bully me and push me around and call me out my name and shit. But if I want to get into all that, I can just come back to the black neighborhoods and I can get all that. So I can take it from my people.
Can't that happen anywhere?
It can, but
Almost.
I can take it from my people though. I can take it. I'm built for that. We the same. I can take it from them. So when I face the world, it's a lot easier. I can recognize it and move away from it. I'm not gonna challenge it every time. I'm gonna move away from it till I can get the advantage. See, if I don't have the advantage, I don't need to confront it. I know how to plan and plot. So. But yeah, he's right, man. It's the culture different. He's right. It's part of us because by nature and by default, we want to love.
And be loved. Yep.
Yes. And when we don't do it, especially in our 20s and 30s, when everybody just out here playing games, now everybody get 35, almost 40, now they want love. I want some love. But it's too late now. Now you just get your cheeks clapped. You don't get all that love.
I mean, do you think it's too late to find love? Because I've been hearing that a lot too. You can find love at almost any age, but I think that depends on what you were doing with your life throughout that time period. Because it's easy to judge somebody for being 35, 40 or older and still single. It's easy to say, oh, what are you doing wrong? Or what are they doing wrong? There's something wrong with you.
Nah, you can find it. You just can't listen to other people's ideology with what you're looking for. You can't do that. Because your idea of love and my idea of love are different on how we give love and how we want to be loved. And I'm not going to listen to you and apply it to me when it comes to that. Just like you shouldn't listen to me as it applies to you when it comes to that. You have to be loved the way you want to be. And I are the same. And I say, I don't listen to no other man when it comes to love that I want.
Oh, okay. I mean, Everybody love is different, but isn't the dynamic more or less the same? Excuse me.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily, because I just named out things that I require, and your list was different.
Okay, could be.
But again, even with that, me and you are two different people, and our ideologies of looking at things could be similar and very different. It'll go back and forth all day. So that's why I would. You can give me some attributes of what you've experienced in your love, and I can do the same. Give you some attributes of what I experienced in my type of love. But that's about as far as we can go. I wouldn't try to push my ideologies of what you should do on being love or giving love. I just give nuggets of what I've experienced, of what I've actually utilized, because I can take some attributes and apply it to my love life. But, you know, the greatest person to give you that information, which a lot of us don't get, is mother and father. We get it from one person. We don't get it from both.
Yeah, true. Now, who's better on giving the advice? Well, that's a matter of opinion. I guess it depends on what that person went through. Sometimes a father get good advice. Sometimes a mother can. I guess they both can, but depend on what the advice is and where it's coming from.
Yes, that's 100%, brother, because as a teenage boy, you need the best. You get the best advice from your father. He gonna tell you, you know what I'm saying? He gonna make sure you ain't running from nobody bullying you. He gonna say, work hard and be respectful, and your mama go teach you about the women, about which ones not to look out for. And a brother that's getting that type of love from his parents, he gonna be very selective on the type of woman he wants to bring home to his mama. Very selective.
Yeah, you have to, but you can't bring any old woman home.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
All right. Take your time. Okay, here's another video I'm gonna play until Trey Fur gets back. Okay, fair use.
So, women have always traditionally dated older men. Now, what I noticed is in high school, when I was a freshman, a lot of the girls wanted to date juniors and seniors, right? And I'm pretty sure it was the same for college. I know it's the same once we become adults. But what I've also noticed is that now women who are a little bit older are on the internet trying to shame men who date younger women, right? Where they don't have a problem with older women dating younger men. Now, in my personal opinion, I think the reason for this is no different than the record industry. The record industry seeks out younger people, younger men, because they know they're not experienced and they're not mature, which means they're easier to get over on, right? So what I'm wondering is, why would a woman have an issue with a younger woman dating an older man, but they don't have an issue with themselves dating younger men? You do the math.
I wish I knew. And this goes back to a live I did some months ago. I mean, Drea Michelle got knocked up by NBA ball player Jalen Green, who plays for the Houston Rockets. Sometime in the spring of this year, they had their baby way back in May. No one gave her too much flack. I mean, she got some backlash, but it wasn't a whole lot compared to what Jalen got. In my opinion, they both deserve some backlash. I mean, Drea doesn't have the best track record for being a good mother anyway. So I don't know what the hell Jalen was thinking, knocking her ass up. So, but yeah, it always baffled me that we will approve of older women and younger men, but we never do approve of men dating younger women. I mean, age gap relationships can work depending on the age. I mean, if you're 30 some years old dating some man to be your grandpa, that's a bit of a problem. That could be a bit of an issue. But if you're 30 and he's 35, then what's the problem? Oh, Trey, for you back?
Yeah. I mean, but that's just part of the the whole agenda that we've been a part of these last 50 years, man. You know, just this type of behaviors, the unaccountability. Now, see, nobody says nothing about Leonardo DiCaprio who dating his little teenagers and 19, 20, 21-year-olds, and this dude in his 50s. But you see how the paint fingers get pointed at us because brothers are not choosing these women who 3 or 4 at their 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
so I'm saying 80% of our children are born out of wedlock, with less than 50% of the man having the children.
Yep. Family courts ain't friendly towards men.
No, they ain't friendly towards brothers, ain't it? That's the one. That's the biggest one they ain't friendly towards. You got to damn near have an act of Congress, and the women ain't gonna work with us to change any of the laws. That's why I say don't have no children out of wedlock.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll say this, man. If you really want a son, and I'm not saying you, that's any brother. You get to an age, man, you realize it's a waste of time. Man, go get you one of these old cute ass adopted babies. Get you one about 3 months old, man. Teach that baby how to be greater than you. That's the easiest. And that's no different than a surrogate. And the state, they'll help you with all kinds of benefits. So why not? You can have somebody that can carry your legacy on because you can raise it just like it was your own. Don't let nobody tell him he was adopted. Don't ever tell nobody he was adopted. That's your son, nigga. Where's mama, man? She down south. She up north, man. She ain't want. I was fucking up one night. Here it is. It's my son. It's my daughter. Shit, why
Yeah,
not?
man. Yeah, we don't need too much of that happening. Not knowing who the father is or who the mother is. You ain't seen your child in almost 10 years that you had a wedlock. Oh man,
I mean,
that's
but,
not too much.
but hustler, whether they out of town or not, a lot of these brothers not even 2 blocks away and don't even get the chance to see their child. So which one is worse?
Yeah, being 2 blocks away and not being a senior child, that's worse.
But it, right,
Man, down
but
the
it
block.
happens at a great deal. It happens at a great deal. You hear a lot of adults at your age and a little younger talking about, well, my daddy wasn't in my life. My daddy wasn't shit. How you know? How you know?
Because your mama told you. That's all you know.
Exactly. And then when you saw him, he was probably drinking anyway. That's how they met with the same behaviors. He just couldn't give it up. He was probably doing drugs. But they was doing drugs. Mama ain't tell you that shit. She just got pregnant. Shit. Birds of a feather flock together when you're younger.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
they do. Yeah, they do. They do.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it is what it is, man. You know what you gonna do as an individual. You know?
Yeah, I just say keep on pushing and deal with the harsh reality. Don't let the harsh realities bother you. That's what I try to do.
Yeah, that's it. Just keep pushing, man. It'll pay off when you're ready for it. You ain't ready for it right now. You're still a mama's baby.
At my age, no. At my age, I don't think so. Yeah, I said that 20 years ago, I would have believed you, but now,
Mama. No, I'm just messing with you, man, for sure.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. It's good shit, man.
I bet my time should have been came by now, but oh well.
Nah, it's gonna come, man. Don't trip, man. It's gonna come, man. It's gonna appear, but when it appears, man, just be ready. Just be
No,
ready.
believe me, I will. I will.
Yeah, just be ready for it, man. That's all you can do.
Yeah, that's the way you can do. Okay, I got one more video to show before I close it up. Let me know what you think about this one. Okay, fear
Remove
you.
sex from a relationship and 90% of women have nothing to offer. Remove money and 90% of women will disappear. Honestly, he nailed it. Women today are useless. Ran through, materialistic, and draining your wallet. You'd be better off flying to Thailand and becoming a passport bro because Western women, not worth it. Got your attention? Exactly. I am so tired of seeing posts like this that are strategically phrased to incite anger amongst all of you. I've watched my male following go from excited and eager about dating to completely turned off by it, thanks to the toxic, addictive mindset that all women suck. Look, I get it. Some women suck. And I hear your frustrations about the norms we are trying to reverse. But I also know that there are amazing women who want masculine men and share your values. Posts like this are meant to fuel your rage and keep you hooked on an endless dopamine hit of validating your self-pity. I know the game, and if I wanted to, I could grow my following in a heartbeat by playing into it, but I'm not going to. I've watched my following shrink over the past year because I refuse to feed you hopelessness.
Thoughts on what she said?
This is the modern time, the modern era. She's speaking. Again, it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. But I guess what she was getting at is we should stop buying into the rhetoric that all women are bad, all women are the same, everybody's the same. No, there are some good women out there, but like we said earlier, it's just hard to find them. And she's not going to keep feeding men these talking points just so they can feel comfortable and feel good. No, she's gonna let them know that yeah, there are some good women out there. Just stay away from the bad ones. Stay away from the ran through 304s who waste up their youth doing whatever. We all were doing God knows what, and try to find a woman that's the opposite of all that. That's what she was insinuating. But much as I talk about the bad things women do, I have common sense enough to know all women ain't the same, just like all men are not the same. I call it the fuckery on both women and men. I know there are some good brothers and there's some good sisters out there. So I'm not so narrow-minded to think that we are all the same, you know.
I mean, what you said is 100%, man. You know, you can't look at everybody being the same, and, you know, and just because that's other people's experience, I don't have to let that shit attach to my life. I can just keep it over and understand it from your side, not mine.
Yeah, true that. Yeah, that's the way it needs to be.
Yeah, but shit, man, you're in a unique place, man. Just keep doing your thing, man, and God will bless you, man, when it's time for you.
All right, it is. I hope so. I mean, you talked about basketball earlier. I told you how I stopped playing by high school, so that wasn't really my purpose. But I'm gonna say, when I was fresh out of high school, I did focus on, martial arts and kickboxing. I still do that today. I practice it at least every other day.
Yeah, see, that's a skill set that you develop. That's some discipline that you develop. Now, see, if let's just say you have a child, you put them in that shit from day one.
Yeah.
That'll be the greatest thing. I'm telling you. You put them in that and allow that to assist in raising the child. It instills that discipline. See, fighting through adversity also. Staying under control. Thinking through problems. Coming up with strategies. All that involves what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm so dedicated to martial arts. I'll literally watch a UFC fight or something and then just work out with it, exercise to it, mimic some of their moves, or watch a martial arts flick and then imitate their move. That's how dedicated I am to this stuff.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You sort of getting the knowledge of it, and then if you bless, you pass that knowledge down to your seed and teach them under that discipline, and they will take you 10 times beyond your wildest imagination. The formula's still the same. People just want to do different shit. I'm not telling you nothing new. I'm not saying nothing spectacular. It's just the formula is the greatest equalizer. But people don't want to stick to the same formula because you have that skill. A child is going to watch you do that. child's gonna be better than you were at age 18 with it, 15, going around winning national championships. You be like, damn, that's my baby.
That's my boy. Yep.
And you go protect them with your life. You gonna be the motherfucking security. You're like, hold up, man. I ain't doing nothing. I'm going with my son everywhere we go.
Yeah. Maybe I'll go back into it because I ain't been to class since COVID took her. That's been some 4 years now.
But you practice it at home, right?
Yeah, at home and at the gym.
Oh, well, see, you good then. That's what I'm saying. You the teacher now. You can teach a son the greatest. The greatest teacher of a son is a father. The greatest. Can't nothing top that. Why you think, just an example that people know, why you think Deion Sanders' sons are doing well in the sport that they play? Because
they had their father to teach them. He taught his sons the skills. They learned it, mastered it, but they got the mental discipline that came with it.
But that's because they're around their father. That's the way a father is with their child. They instills the discipline. That's why that document, you can tell from the mindset it was the white guy. It wasn't a black guy. Because like you said, black guys do well with their children. So
yeah, that's true.
If you could raise your son or daughter every day, you wouldn't let your kids just do what the hell they want to.
No, I wouldn't.
Right.
I come from structure. So when I see structure disrupted or deconstruction or whatever, it's like, what is going on here? Exactly.
And your mama's still young, so she'd have got your kid together and cussed you out to get the kid together. We're gonna get that kid together today. But it is what it is, brother.
It is.
It's always a pleasure, man.
Of course. Good to have you up here, Trey Ferg. Thank you for bringing your words of wisdom.
Happy Thanksgiving, man. You know, we still got about 19 minutes left. They giving out the old dumb turkey duck, whatever they be having on the Thursday night football. What is it? A shaducking? They got a turkey, chicken, and a duck.
I think that's what it is. I ain't seen that in a while.
You see it every Monday, a shaducking. Boy, wife, boy, they crazy. I would be none of that shit. I'm out, man. Salute, bro. Be safe, man.
Salute, sir. Be safe, sir. Be safe. Yeah, salute to you, Trey Ferg. Always a pleasure to have you up here. Salute, salute, salute. Yeah, this was an interesting live stream. I know it was a little impromptu, so I wasn't expecting too many people to come up here. But hey, the few of y'all that are back there watching me, I'm glad you stopped by. Like I said, happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. And salute to Trey Ferg, aka Coach Ferg, for stopping by and chop it up with your boy. I hope everybody out there has a glorious Thanksgiving. Next month, we're going to get into Christmas. Hope everybody stays safe so we can actually see the new year, 2025, because that year is literally right upon us. I'll be sure to put in more lives like these in the near future. But until then, this is your boy, Hustler and Muscular. Also, and you know what I do, giving you the truth, straight out the boot. Hitting home runs like Babe Ruth. Because that's what I do. Good night, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving. Deuces.
And I add 10 to you. They be mad when I 10 to you. That's what the pay like. Call me Buffy cause that's what I slay like. These bitches, I sun them like it's daylight. These niggas wanna know what it tastes like. What it tastes like, yo, what it tastes like, yo. They wanna know what it tastes like, yo. All this ice, it just tastes like snow. Get kimonos and let's rock to Tokyo. Pretty, pretty, please, baby, won't you pop this for me?
I feel like show me some ass, I want to see something, babe. Find me a hoe and I freak on her. I ain't her boyfriend right now, she my freak for the day. I got a show to come lean on it, even when summer right there and it's hot outside. I take the beat and I ski on it. We on the Casamigos, I got 3 of them. They want me fuck them all night, want me pee on them, no. Ain't finna have me on TMZ talking about trafficking. I got the ARP, I get the slapping and showing you bitch ass niggas what's happening. Fuck did you think? I tell the waitress at clubs, I'ma open my bottle myself, so don't fuck with my drink. Pull up in the club in a Rolls Royce, car full of bad bitches bumping some Drake. Nigga, comfortable in here, it's me in the fully. Fuck with me, I'ma get jiggy. I see that she fuck with that, she don't think I seen her look. No, she won't give me that kitty. When they put the pressure on you niggas, run away. You know me, I'm still in the city. I just hit the grocery store, we got some groceries today. Went home and made me some chicken. These little niggas hoes. You see when you look in their eyes, I cook when these niggas like fries. Wanna be known? Wanna go get you some streams? I cook when you niggas on live. Came up with lies, I call them Pinocchio back on their ass. Like, uh-oh, no you don't. I'm in the fast, I'm smoking on. Get nasty, gave me some dope to go.
Lost for a minute, but I found my way. Now I'm back on my path again, and I'm about to get it cracking like a tree that's about to break. I came out of nowhere, pretty much out thin air. Wasn't anywhere to be found. Look, now he's there. I'm about to take everything. Better give the shit up, bitch. I'm sticking you up like alfalfa's hair. Southbound, giving out a sound that's rare. When I pick up the mic, it's going down the stairs. I'm making so many moves, been stepping so much. When I'm done, they gon' have to get the ground repaired. They gather round and stare when they hear me spit, cause my shit's so bitchin'. Call me Karen. Dudes wanna beef, but I ain't got time, cause I'm working around the clock like a watch repairman. Putting in work like Lizzo Chef. When I die, they gon' say that he did it to death. I'm doing infinite reps, but I ain't dripping the sweat, because I got more drive than a limo stretch. I'm about to bust, about to make a big old mess. I'm gonna give you the most, you'll never get no less. It's my turn now, I'm about to apply pressure. I'm like Derek Chauvin, how I get on next, so kneel down. Had to get my feet on the ground, like a blind man. I just had to feel around, I had to dip my toes and nigga pose myself and get my cardio up so I can steal the crown. So point him out, someone tell me where he's at. Doesn't matter who's got it, I can guarantee that whoever bears the cap, that shit's coming right off the top of his head like Harry Mack. I ain't never rep a set, babe, I'm just trying to come up with a plan for me to get paid. Smoother than the fresh shade, cruising in the Lincoln on the interstate. Listening to Ludo on cassette tape, dudes want a template. Thinking they can do it like me and that they come close, but they can't touch it like a sweat paint. Winning any bet made. Every time I'm on the microphone, you know it's gonna be a 10 like a decade. Chopping motherfuckers up like a chef's blade. Got them on the run like Diddy when the feds came. Y'all cats can't fuck with this because I got that dog in me like a pet crate. Trying to move quicker, so I'm trimming off the dead weight. Everybody loves you when they see you making headway. Coming out the woodwork, trying to get some, but you gotta cut them dickheads off like a sex change. Every time I spit, you can expect flames. You're gonna headbang as soon as you press play. Might as well bump my shit in a handicap parking spot, cause you're gonna walk away with a neck brace. Never slowing down, running at a set pace. Going full speed till I'm dead or my legs break. Yeah, I know that I was gone for a minute, but I'm about to give you more every month like the rent raised.